Hello everybody, welcome back to another Melody Reports reaction. We are here to discuss an album that I just went through once right now. And this has never happened before, where it's like after completing the, like as soon as those seconds hit 000 and that album was done, I jumped, set everything up. I'm like, I need to talk about this album ASAP. I need the world to know that you should definitely not be sleeping on this album. You should definitely not skip this album. And you should definitely follow my playlist link in the description, Apple Music, Spotify, and this humble abode right here, a YouTube playlist. Yes, we are here to discuss none other than Miss Dua Lipa's sophomore album, Future Nostalgia. First of all, let's give a clap for the aesthetic that she created, the imagery that she created, you know, the feels that she created with this era. We're gonna give a clap right here, right now. You guys, this has never happened where I've listened to an album and I'm like shook to my core, shook head to toe. Like, it's been a while that this has happened to me and I'm like, okay, give it to me, Dua, give it to me. Now, we know the drill here. We're gonna do a track-by-track review of her new album, and of course, my favorite tracks will be listed where? In the link in my description on my Spotify, Apple Music, and this humble abode right here, a YouTube playlist. And of course, let me know in the comments below what you thought of the album, but enough of me talking. Let's get on to the track-by-track review. Hello, we love a transition. You know, let's take a deep breath, look around at our surroundings to know that if we pass out from being so shook, we are safe. Okay, so let's talk about this sophomore album. We got 11 total tracks. 4 of them were released to us prior. We can call these singles. Break My Heart was the recent one where she dropped it, what, 2 days ago? And then we got the music video early this morning. That's where we are with the Dua Lipa era right now. Okay, I'm gonna keep all my final thoughts at the end, but let's just go through the first track, which is Future Nostalgia. You know, the opening track, the title track, and as I said in the Niall Horan album review, you know, I love when artists start off with the title track in the beginning because I feel like it's kind of like a gateway to being like, okay, this is what we're gonna expect. And truly, Dua Lipa really is like, hi, buckle up. We are in for a damn roller coaster rapid ride, which is Future Nostalgia. This was a second single. It was a bop. It was a jam. It was a hit. Nothing more, nothing less. And I also gotta say, every time, like in the beginning where it goes like future, it reminds me of Squidward's Future, which I'll insert here. Yeah, you guys all know what that meme is. So yeah, every time I listen to that song, I just think of Squidward's vocals. But yeah, I really think this song sets the tone. So let's go on to the second track, which is Don't Start Now. I already talked about the song. I'll put it in the link in my description where I originally talked about it. Again, this was Dua's first single back, her comeback single after winning that Grammy for Best New Artist as she deserved. Oh my god. Like, oh my god. Oh my god, from the first track to the second track, the ease, how we just transition into the second song, ladies and gentlemen, and how Don't Start Now is a bop, is a jam, is also another hit. It is also the #1 song on Top 40 Radio. Song of the summer, one of the songs of the summer. Okay, period, because, you know, like, Harry Styles' Adore You is also, you know, listed there in my world. But yeah, this was a perfect first single. Now, the third track, Cool, a song that we have not heard, have not gotten as a single, and we all heard tonight. Now, if I compare this to Jonas Brothers' Cool, and I'm joking, I'm not gonna do that because it's like, both are great. But this Cool, it's truly like, if you haven't heard the 2 singles, it's like, hi, where have you been? Have you been living under a rock? Let me know. I feel like this is another good introduction to the album in its entirety, and the feel that we're gonna get, the vibe that we're gonna get. Like, the amount of bass that she uses throughout this album is truly depicted in this track, especially when we hit the chorus. I was like, okay, funk bass, let's go. The groove that she creates in this song, this is a smooth, sultry, sexy song, if I may add. It's kind of like Mariah Carey's Touch My Body. Not in any way, shape, or form am I saying that this sounds exactly like. I'm just saying, like, if she's interpreting Touch My Body, this isn't Cool. So there you go. There you go. Okay, track number 4, Physical. The third out of 4 singles that we got. Incredible, iconic, period. Again, I love the music video. I love how she did a whole, you know, play on with physical. We love you, Olivia Newton-John. What else I wrote? I literally wrote period in my notes, period, because that's what it deserves. The aesthetic, the videos, the imagery, the play on words, just everything. It really takes us on, really, that's what I wrote in my notes. I'm like, it really takes us on a high. Like, we're at the peak of the roller coaster and we're just going up, up, up from here. Like, we're never going down with this album. And that's all I gotta say about Physical. If you haven't heard Physical yet, we're moving on. Okay, track number 5. Levitating. Immediate listen. I'm like, immediate favorite. Okay, so the beginning sound effect in the first, I think, 10 seconds reminds me of Ariana Grande from Thank You Next album, but I'm blanking on the song. Kind of reminds me of NASA, but not really. Just like, I feel like that sound effect just reminds me of Ariana Grande. Like, she would use that. So we really get the 70s pop queen that Dua Lipa is on this song. It's funk. I was like, okay, we're getting funk, we're getting bass, and that equals to love, love, love. That's all we get in this song. Just love, just funk, and just bass. What else do you need in life? Lysol wipes? Me too. But we can just survive with these 3 at the moment. Yeah, it also makes me want to roller skate. Like, I don't know how to roller skate. Like, I would definitely fall on my and like break something, but like I would totally get wheelies on and skate to the song. Yeah, it gives me disco love, and I love when songs use syncopated hand claps, like, love that. So you guys, like, this is how much I love this album. Let's go on to track number 6, which is Pretty Please. As I was looking into, like, quickly who was, like, on production or co-writer, I saw that my girl, Julia Michaels, is credited as a co-songwriter on this song, and I kind of feel that, I kind of see that with this song. Just, like, the whole, like, lyrically and how Dua delivers vocally. So this is kind of like a switch in the whole album. You kind of get like this mid-tempo vibe. I feel like she gave this to us to be like, we're gonna breathe for a second, like I need right now. So it goes from a little, this is what I got. It goes from a little 70s to early 90s, 2000s, like dance pop songs, if you know, the good old days. But yeah, it gave me a little bit of that. It had a consistent beating bass, and it gave me like Daft Punk-esque. That's all I'm gonna say. That's all I'm gonna say. Now we're gonna go on to track number 7, which is Hallucinate, the real like dance pop song from Dua Lipa. Again, I was looking at the production. S.G. Lewis is credited on this, and he's done like a Don't Start Now remix, and I feel like he's done another remix for Dua Lipa. I just can't remember. New Rules. But I think he did Don't Start Now remix. Anyways, really like him. It gave me a mid-2000s vibes. A mid-2000s song. It kind of gave me like a Britney song vibe. Like, if ever Dua Lipa rejected this, I feel like Britney Spears would perfectly execute the song. It's a club jam. Oh, and the part where she's like, oh my, oh my, it reminded me of Boy With Love, so any BTS stands out there. There you go. And yeah, that's Hallucinate. There you go. Track number 8, which is Love Again. Oh my god. Like, I wanted to bang my head against the wall on how good this song is, you guys. I'm tongue-tied at this point. I am tongue-tied at this point. Like, I'm sitting there, like the New York meme, right here. Just listening to the song, like, I can't believe we are receiving this as a gift. Like, this is truly a gift of a song. It reminded me of Nothing Breaks Like a Heart, Mark Ronson vibe aesthetic. I didn't look up if this was produced by Mark Ronson, but please let me know in the comments below if it was produced by him, because if not, I am blown away as to who actually produced this, because this literally has like a stamp from Mark Ronson. There you go. Oh, and then I looked into, because I'm like, there's something in this song that samples something. I found out. It reminded me of My Woman by I wrote the the artist name, Al Bowley. So then I remembered the old song that also sampled this, Your Woman from White Town. I think they sampled Al Bowley. Anyways, it reminded me of that. Those are the 2 samples in the song, whichever you want to go with. Those are the samples. And then I feel like this is like the biggest pro love song on her album, where she's like, okay, like she's ready to leap in. She's ready to jump in love again. You know what I'm saying? And the strings of this song just makes you want to like turn around, dance, like just give your entire body, soul, and spirit to Dua Lipa, which she deserves from you with this album. Okay, we're gonna do one more transition and we're gonna go to the tail end of the album. You guys, I'm sorry if I'm talking really fast. I feel like I'm just spewing out whatever I think of these songs like right at the moment that I wrote them. So it's kind of a mess, but that's what you get for subscribing to this channel or even watching this video. And if you want to see more, press the bell, press the subscribe button to never miss a mess on this channel, which is always. Alrighty, let's go to track number 9, which is the most recent single that we got, Break My Heart. So again, she said it was produced by Watt, who has been one of my favorite producers at the moment. He's worked with some of my favorite artists. He's been a writer on some of my favorite songs. So I'm like, okay, we love this Dua Lipa. We love her A&R team for connecting them. But yeah, she says like, this is my forte, dance, crying, and I'm like, agreed. Love this song. She knows how to really get us. She knows how to really get us with a bomb beat, but emotional ass lyrics. Okay? Period, point blank. And the song also reminded me of her debut album, but 2.0 grown-up version, if that makes sense. Anyways, let's go to track number 10, Good in Bed. Okay, so this is the most mid-2000s Brit pop song that it connected me with, honestly. When she goes like first I was like, oh, that kind of reminds me of like how Lizzo's song goes, but then I'm like, we cannot forget the queen of British pop that, you know, does play on words, does quirky stuff, Lily Allen, period, point blank. If, again, how I compared another song to Britney Spears, if this was ever rejected from Dua Lipa, I would have given this to Lily Allen because I feel like she would have executed it as well too. Alrighty, track number 11, the final track, Boys Will Be Boys. That's all I gotta say. Like, this song made me cry. You can like, come for me, whatever. Like, it literally made me cry. My friends were like, are you okay? I was like, no, I'm crying. Just like, it's a string laid track, a slow track, powerful. I need this everywhere. I need everyone to get on this track. It is about sexual harassment. Girls will be women and boys will still be boys, period, point blank. How many times have I said period, point blank in this video? But you guys, this song is so powerful to me, and I feel like, again, young girls or just young kids who are finding this album, listening to this album, I hope this song sticks with them because I feel like it will truly you know, empower people and make people think twice. But I'm not gonna get too political. Dua already does that in this song, that she gives everyone statements. Okay, one more transition and we're gonna give our final thoughts. Hello, welcome to the end of this week's video. Congratulations, you made it through this whirlwind of craziness. So you guys, let's give our final thoughts on this. This is how you come with a sophomore album. As I've discussed before, it is so hard to deliver a sophomore album after your debut album gave you such momentum, recognition, status in the music industry, and her entire debut album encompassed that fully. Like, she got recognition, she had multiple singles going wide. It was crazy. Like, I, not gonna lie, I was hesitant. I was like, don't know how she's gonna come back. Like, it's gonna be hard, it's gonna be tough. And then I feel like her A&R was like, okay, you're gonna shut your mouth for a second because we got this. And truly, truly, the writer she collaborated with, the producer she collaborated with, the visual artistry that she collaborated with, the gods and goddesses of like visual artistic abilities, like, let's give them a round of applause because they truly deserve this. And what I'm gonna say here, right now, is probably the first time ever on Melody Reports that Dua Lipa's sophomore album, Future Nostalgia, is getting 5 out of 5 stars. That's what it gets, and that's what it deserves. It has no skips, all can be singles. And shout out to my friend Ben, he gave a really good comparison that I feel like this is Dua Lipa's teenage dream, in equivalent to like Katy Perry's teenage dream is iconic for a female pop artist. All were singles, no skips. I feel like Katy Perry would go like this. She's like, okay, I want this to be my next single. And I feel like Dua Lipa can easily do that with this album because there are no skips, all singles, all bops, all hits, all memorable tracks here. and it's all under an hour, and we love that. I feel like this has been a long time coming for Dua Lipa, where she's finally, like, everyone I feel like is gonna come together and be like, yes, yes. And it's one of the it's period one of the best pop album of 2020 so far, and it's been one of the best female pop albums in a while. I'm not saying the best one out of all, but in a while, you know, because it's been dry. I mean, there have been some artists that like deliver to us, Ariana, and yeah, but like Dua came, Dua arrived, Dua delivered. So yeah, those are my final thoughts on Dua Lipa's sophomore album, Future Nostalgia. Let me know in the comments below. Do you love it? Do you hate it? Do you kind of like it? If you hate it, if you dislike it, remember, click the subscribe button, click the bell notification, and of course leave, because we don't want toxic in this community here. But yeah, guys, you can find me on Instagram and Twitter at MelodyReports, and let me know what your favorite songs are. And I know I usually say like 4 of my favorite songs. All of them will be in my playlist, but if you guys will want me to choose, Levitating, Hallucinate, Love Again, and Boys Will Be Boys, and just all other tracks on the album, because that's what she deserves. Alrighty guys, I will see you very soon. And of course, if you have any other albums, music videos, songs you want me to react to, let me know in the comments below. And of course, as King Barney says, sharing is caring. Share this video, subscribe, and of course I will see you very soon. Bye guys.